night, whatever time of day it is for you. My name is Justin Coolimp, and that whole host of names I ain't never gonna say, so just get over it. This is my introduction. I'm gonna do it my way. With that said, we have a couple of our players already here. Right now, we are waiting for Drew, my longtime friend and guy I probably know way too much about. But we have Lord Zed here. Who are we playing tonight?
Okay. I zoned out there for a minute. I am playing Zero. And yeah, she's like she's always saying she's down for this player game. And I'm blanking on how many players we actually have right now, or I would be saying it.
Two.
Two player game right now.
And we also have our other player who I never know what to call because you have so many names listed there.
Most people just call me Fate.
And we have Fate. Who are you playing?
I am playing Albatross, a put upon technocracy space marine commando who just wants to do this job and move on to the next one. Mostly because of Zero.
Yes!
By the way, it's a storming over here where I'm at, so don't be surprised if I suddenly cut out. If I do, that's probably because the storm knocked out my internet.
I feel you. Well, not literally. My wife might get jealous, and I don't want that to happen. Yes, that is an old joke from me. And yes, I stand by that joke.
Okay.
No, I've done that joke literally forever.
It's fine. I have a number of running gags that I do, of varying quality.
All right, there we go. Okay.
Probably won't. I kind of moved away from them though, just because I so few opportunities to.
So I used the figure of speech, and I felt like I had to clarify for people on like one of my streams for one of my games, how I said it was two gentlemen talking, and he's like, "Get in bed with me," and they were talking about business, and I feel like I had to state that like so many times during my stream.
I would have taken that literal. I mean, I'd be like, drop them pants. Let's see if what we're working with.
See, exactly, and I didn't want people to like because I was repeating it because how the NPC talked, right? And I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just tell the audience what I literally don't mean.
I have a story kind of like that, except an actual player dropped his pants to intimidate the other players.
Did he also have a micro penis?
If he did, he would. I mean, he did. He did. He was still the biggest one there, or so he claimed. Nobody stepped up to challenge him. Means anything.
Or maybe people just have more respect from themselves.
I don't even consider it a respect for yourself type of thing. That's like ass hattery at its greatest magnitude.
But it makes for a great story.
Not really.
Are we talking like the literal player or the player character?
The actual player at the table dropping his actual pants.
That's like the stories where I smart off. Smart off is the wrong phrase. You don't really smart off the drill sergeants. You give them an answer they don't want to hear. That's that's smart off to a drill sergeant. So that's like me doing some of the stupid shit I did at basic training and getting everyone else in trouble. It sounds funny to some people, but if I would have been there, I would have been laughing, even if his dick hung down to his knees. But I don't. Despite my own sexuality, that's just not something cool to do.
No.
Oh, I know, it's totally not cool. No one will ever forget it.
If this was at an actual table, I probably would have left the table for a few minutes and just probably wanted to punch the dude.
I would have left the game altogether.
Well, see, I would have finished the game
Mm-mm.
and then debated on leaving the game.
That right there's an instant out for me. Things like that set a bad precedent for the way people are allowed to behave at a gaming table. And I don't do that shit.
And we have a Drew. And while Drew appeared.
Diddly
Check,
diddly
check,
diddly doo 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 doo.
I'm sorry, I can't remember how the music goes.
It's funny. Once my next student care act check comes in, I'm gonna get the new Pokemon game.
Sword and Shield.
Yeah,
You got permission?
I'm not gonna ask.
Oh, because I thought, like... Because you were making the... I don't know if you actually asked, but you were making the jokes like you had to ask. Right?
I maintain my position on this. I'm just going to do it, and then if she wants to yell at me for it, she can yell at me for it. Hell, I'm surprised she let me get a fucking Switch, dude.
I'm surprised she let me get it. What games did you get for it?
Right now, I have Zelda. I have Smash. And Animal Crossing. Minecraft came with it, but I'm not going to play Minecraft on the Switch.
It's better
That's
on
what-
the PC.
Yeah, you guys want to know how I got my Switch?
Your girlfriend asked you if you were top or bottom, and you said both?
Nope. Close. I bought my girlfriend the Animal Crossing Special Edition Nintendo Switch, and she gave me her old regular Switch.
All right, everybody. And looks like Drew's here. Robert says he's not going to be able to make it tonight because he has old friends coming in from out of town. So we're going to pick up where we left off last time. Y'all had just recovered the key from the platter from the dragon. And it's going to be about 2 days. And Captain Drake took the key for it to be analyzed. He did mention to you, or the platter. He's only got the platter.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
So we haven't gotten the key yet. So you have about 2 days back to the office, to the Lich's office. What do you tend to do with that time? Let's start with Drew. Drew, you there?
Yeah.
You have 2 days till you get back to the Lich. What do you intend to do at that time?
I'm going to use my spheres and see if I can figure out what's going on with those knives and cutlery.
Beginning with the cutlery. Do you have life?
Yes.
Give me, and I'll do this for you.
And the helmet. Don't forget the helmet.
Well, this is one thing at a time.
I don't know the helmet, remember?
Oh yeah. Right, my bad.
I don't know the helmet or the plate. I don't have the spheres for those.
All right. So, I actually wrote this shit out earlier this week. All right. The cutlery. The cutlery, when activated, does not allow poison to be ingested by the holder. So as you spear and put the food into your mouth, it will soak up the poison and expel it in other ways that you do not know. As far as you can tell, this uses human biology as the standard of existence for what is considered to be poisonous. But that could be because you're human and you're using your own standards. You don't know if the wonder has its own thought process about it, or if it just happens to be circumstance.
So I probably shouldn't try to eat something from another world because I don't know if it'll work the same way.
No, it would protect you. As long as it's...
okay.
If it is poisonous to you, then it will be clarified.
As long as I can stab it with the fork or the knife.
or sip it up into a spoon because you have a knife, fork, and a spoon there.
Okay, cool.
You realize that it's not a terribly complex spell. It's advanced. It's a little bit. Let me double check your skills. It's right about your range. You don't know how they actually attach the effect to do it, but you definitely realize that that's what it does. All right. So you analyze the cutlery day 1. What about day 2? As a reminder, you guys got a set of cutlery, a platter, and this is not the platter that goes to the dragon, goes to the lich, and a helmet.
I'm going to try to work on the helmet next. I'm going to test out my distance spheres, but I don't think
That one
I think when we
you
talked
don't.
last time, I don't have anything.
That one, as you take the day to study it, because this is taking a whole day of like winding the magic out, checking the pattern, reviewing it over and over. You don't know what's going on with it.
All I know is that my entire lab is filled with lots and lots of smoke. Like this place, I can't even see anymore.
All right, Fate or other Zach. Sorry, couldn't help myself.
It's fine. It's fine.
What is Albatross doing during these 2 days?
Just
First day, Drew's character is wrapped up in his lab analyzing the cutlery. Or, well, the ship's lab, rather.
First day, Albatross is probably working part time at the armory to make up for the was it a cloak he traded away?
Okay. So what I want you to give me a roll of is charisma and
D20 is still loading. I mean, roll 20 is still loading for some reason. I thought I logged in 5 minutes ago.
hit F5.
Are you F5? There you are. F. Just ups my volume. Wait, that's F6. That's still my volume. That's.
How about this? Because you're still loading, I'll switch over to Zach.
Yo.
And we'll run what's her face through her paces. Day 1, the cutlery is still unavailable. Drew's character is analyzing it. What are you doing day 1?
She is going to take another attempt at her life story. Awesome book to publish.
Working on a book?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Give me charisma and expression. Difficulty 8 for you.
I don't have expression.
That's the reason it's diff 8.
Okay, diff 8.
Normally it'd be 7, but you're not a writer, so you're writing from scratch.
Diff 8, here we go. Not 1d20. I'm looking for 3d10.
Well, are you lying in the book, or are you being honest?
I'm being honest, but way that it...
There we go. Yeah, it's expression.
Yeah, being honest, but I'm turning the story, so it's like it's make-believe, putting that... Yeah, it's weird.
That's something different. That still falls under expression.
Okay. Greater than, you said 8?
Yep.
1 success.
All right, and day 2.
Day 2, she is programming.
Okay. Give me an intelligence and computers again.
So 8 is... diff 6? 1 success. 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 1 su
Yep.
6 successes.
It's coming along. For someone working all by themselves, this is about the progress you would expect.
Okay.
Is it still not letting you get logged in? Hello?
Hello, I'm ready. I'm so sorry. I have no idea what that was or why that happened.
All right.
Just suddenly got kicked. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try opening roll 20 one last time. Let's see if this works. Come on. Okay, there we go.
And you said you're making amends in with the armory, right?
Yeah. So you said roll charisma plus.
For you, it's going to be much the same. It's since you're not trying to manipulate, it's going to be expression. Difficulty 7. I might need to get a dice roller for Discord.
There we go. Okay, looks like it's finally.
There we
Back
go.
up.
Now I see you.
Right, so what plus what now?
It is for you just charisma.
Just charisma.
Yep, difficulty 7, and someone's repeating him. Oh, I know why.
Okay. 7. Okay.
So, for anybody wondering the difference between charisma and manipulation, if you're someone who might be watching this looking for tips for storytelling or how to run the system, charisma goes for honesty. It goes for that I'm telling the truth and this is how I'm representing myself. Manipulation is normally when you're lying about something. And that would be a situation like, oh, well, I'm so sorry. I'm not really sorry. Type of thing. So just a heads up about that. If you've
There we
ever
go.
heard me call for these roles, definitely that's the reason why. 2 successes. Okay. They're still pissed off at you. You lost a valuable piece of the armory. But they say you can make amends sometimes later. They don't say what they're going to have you do, but they say that you can make amends later. What about the second day?
Second day, meditation.
Doing what?
Meditation.
Oh, meditation? That's not going to take all day. Unless you're looking specifically like meditating all day by doing martial arts or cleaning your equipment or something like that, like just
No,
going
that
through
one.
every item.
The first one.
All right. All right. All right. Because of the type of action that you're taking, next martial arts roll, you get 1 free success. So you guys get close to the second day comes around, and you know at the start of the third day, because you made this trip a couple times based off of the distances, you're back at the Lich's lair. That little built-off landing pad is still there. Not any bigger, not any smaller. So you kind of have to the ship maneuvers properly. You do see a band of travelers going into the tower when you arrive. But you realize that they're just going to their doom, but you can't do anything to stop them because you can't yell loud enough. And you're standing before the wooden door again.
Can I spell out "you're going the wrong way" and smoke?
Not in time for them to do anything about it.
Yeah, right.
Are you going to knock at the door, push your way in?
Albatross will go ahead and is there like a large door knocker there?
Yes.
Albatross is gonna just really use that twice.
The door opens up, and it's the same room that you've seen before of the Lich's penthouse, you could call it, study.
Albatross enters.
0.
Follow.
Drew's
I'll take up
character
the
name.
rear. Juicer.
All right. The Lich looks up from his book. Ah, excellent. I forgot his voice, so you'll have to apologize. I'll try to be smuggy and as asshole smarmy as possible. Excellent. Let me see the platter.
Fade, I think you have it. You have like a connection with like our crew people.
I'm imagining one of you grabbed it before you went in there, so I'm not expecting anything special. So whoever says that they hand it over, hands it over.
Oh, she hands it over. It goes, there you go.
You hear his bones click against the metal as he grabs it. Excellent. He sets it down on his desk. You see him do something you've never seen. You've seen a lot of different types of magic. You've seen hand waving magic. You've seen Invictus, Lord Dominus type of magic where it's all words and power and that rich air that thickens around people as they cast their magic and their spells. He walks over to the center of the room. Click, 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 click. And he taps 3 times on the stone floor that's beneath you. And you guys never really noticed it before, but yeah, this is all stone. And it's all smooth stone. Not like very well done concrete. We're talking that someone had to have hauled up the stone. You see it misshapen. It bubbles. And laying on the ground after a moment or two of the ground bubbling and creating this gurgitating sound that you don't really recognize, but you know it's something. You see the Athema key on the ground. Everyone give me perception and alertness. And Drew, I will roll yours because it sounds like you're driving.
Perception.
And sorry, one more. What was it again?
Just perception and alertness. Drew, you're fascinated by the bubbling ground.
Perception and alertness.
I'm sorry, my dude.
Was it a botch or just fail?
It's a botch.
Nice.
0.
All right.
Well, sorry.
Albatross notices that
I should have got one more dice.
I wonder if I poke that if I get some really good stuff from there.
Albatross notices that the container inside the key is actually empty. You don't see any liquid inside of it. And based off of what that doctor who rambled on and repeated himself a lot had said, what that means is that no species has basically claimed it. So you don't have this point where you think that you're going to burn yourself on the key. Does anyone grab the key?
Albatross will go. Well, Albatross will grab the key.
No burning. And when you pick it up, give me willpower.
Power?
Willpower.
Is that willpower roll?
Straight willpower. Permanent willpower. Difficulty 6. And sorry about the yawning for everybody. It has been a very long week for me.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine. But if you hear something that sounds suspiciously like a bong, that's not a bong. It's me drinking out of my water jug.
Whatever. So,
I knew you'd come around eventually.
you feel immediately the power that radiates from this. It is no small artifact. You would imagine this thing probably has more arete than you do, based off of just touching it alone. The energy courses through you for a moment and then subsides, but it's constantly pressing up against your hand. And because you managed to not fail that roll, you are given a point of quintessence that is forced into your pattern.
Ooh-wee. Also give me paradox.
No.
Awesome.
No, quintessence basically allows you to like lower the difficulty of something
Of magic rolls specifically.
with magic wise. Yeah.
So, he's like, our business is concluded unless you are wanting to do me more errands.
I immediately clap a hand over Zero's mouth in anticipation.
Yeah, considering that Zero would definitely want like, oh, sweet bonus adventures. Yes, 100% of the level.
That will not be necessary.
She removes his hand, looks at
Give me
him,
contesting strength rolls.
okay.
Okay, contestant strength rolls. Okay, I'll give you a contest. So just like straight physical
Just strength.
strength.
Oh, somebody about to get smacked.
Oh, no. Can you beat 1? Yeah, you beat 1. So, yes, and you all leave after this?
Well, yeah, we got the key.
Yes.
That's all we needed, right?
Yep, that's all you guys needed from this guy.
You're gone.
All right. You get back
How
onto
many
the
of these
ship.
things we're supposed to find?
The technocracy mage that you spoke to said that they know of only one on Earth, and the rest are scattered amongst the universe.
But did they tell us how many we're supposed to be looking for?
No, he did not say the exact number.
Okay, well that's why
He
I was
said-
asking sarcastically to Albatross. I was like, and how many of these are we supposed to get?
You do know for each key you return, they will provide you with 100 points in tasks.
We can do a lot with that.
Oh, yeah.
A hell of a lot with that. Remind me about that legend I read about some sort of lucky gunslinger. Guy never missed a beat, always shot, but he smoked like a chimney. Some say he was a really, really good mage, but nobody knows the truth.
By the way, anyone who's wondering about that little comment, me and Drew played in a game where we were playing mage as well. And I played a mage who was entirely luck-based. And he smoked and drank all the fucking time. So much so, it affected his actual life pattern. Because he was using it to fuel all of his magic. And they constantly questioned him if he was really a mage. Because he never took a point of paradox. We played for like 6 months. Never a point of paradox. Everything was coincidental. It's fucking glorious.
Even the backlash with a marauder.
Hey now. RNGesus was not with me that day.
As far as you know, you don't know if you caused that or not.
But you are met as you re-enter the ship, and it begins to leave the atmosphere of this place again. Captain Drake meets you, and he's like, You actually got one. Please, follow me. And he begins to walk towards the laboratories. Are you guys following?
Yeah, yes, we're following.
Yep. Where are we going? I missed. You got cut out.
Laboratories.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I follow.
And he doesn't take you to the normal labs that you're used to seeing. You see somewhere where he actually has to put his claw onto a scanner. It scans his claw, opens up into this little side entrance. And down below, you see several machines that seem to be doing automated work. You don't know what sort of work it's doing, but several of them are scattered around this place. Some of them look like it's just dropping drops of liquids into other liquids. But you find yourself in a clean room. You feel the magical cleansing as you pass through the threshold into this actual laboratory. Sitting in the middle of this room is a pedestal, for lack of a better word, around which there are several mechanical devices, all smooth and white. Everything has a chrome finish to it, if it has a finish at all. Some of it's raw black metal, but most of it's chrome. Someone made an aesthetic choice here. As you continue to look around the room, you see that there is a special area made just for this key. And that pedestal is that location. You don't see more than one at the moment. And he reaches out for the key. He reaches his hand out because Albatross has the key. I can do it, or you can do it. It needs to go on the pedestal to be safe. This room is magically protected through our science.
Well,
What's that?
Albatross just said very well. He's gonna put it on the pedestal.
All right. You start to see it's as soon as you place it on the device and you step away from it, a shield comes down around it. And some of those devices that you see that you don't know how to describe them begin to start swirling around it. You don't see what they're doing. But best guess is they're running an analysis of it. And Captain Drake's like, please come with me to my personal quarters.
Yeah, Albatross goes to his personal quarters.
Everyone else coming along?
Yeah.
Silence is consent, Drew. I'm going to take that as he's joining them. Nothing much, Yorkie. They got the key. They did some work on trying to determine what one of the items were. And the captain has the key secured now. You get to his chambers. He sets out 3 glasses. I saw that coming. Sets out 3 glasses and pours amber liquid into each one of them. It's very clear it's alcohol. You are the first group to be successful in this task. So please, enjoy a drink on the house.
Uh,
If you do not partake, that is okay. My machines downstairs are running on the in that laboratory are running tests on the key now. And you see him type something up really quickly. You don't even actually see how fast he types. And he sends in he clicks on his mouse after a moment, and you hear dwip, like someone just sent an email out. So, it may take a couple days for us to analyze the key. And then, if you'd like, you have one of two options that we can provide to you. Yorkie, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. You have, one of two options. You can return back to San Antonio. We can collect our reward and your reward, and you can go about the rest of your lives. Or we can find the next key, and you can gain a greater reward. It is up to you on what you'd like to do. I was only asked to be a carrier for you all.
Line cut out. What happened after we put it on the pedestal?
We're participating in a drink, and he basically said, "Hey, you want to continue, or you want to stop playing the game?"
I did not say
Who
that.
did? Who did?
The captain.
The captain.
Oh, okay.
The captain offered everybody a drink and said, I'm acting as a taxi cab. If you wish to wait for the scans to be done, we can wait till the scans are done and then go after the next key. Or we can just take you back to Earth and let the technocracy continue on, basically.
Do we have to wait for the scans to finish to go after the next key? As I slam down the drink.
Yes, we don't have any other leads on where the next key might be. We're doing scans mostly for energy signatures.
That way we can use the same signature. This stuff's good. The signature to figure out where we need to go next.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna get addicted to this stuff, am I?
The better question is, are any of you players continuing before the timer runs out?
Yes, there is still much more work.
So if we go on the next mission, do we get more of this?
Yes, from my understanding is for each key you recover, you get 100 tasks provided to you.
Well, not the toss, whatever's in this drink.
Oh, yes, most definitely. He'll pour you another glass.
Sweet, I'm in.
I can hit the continue button as long as I can pause and save at any time.
Nope. This is gauntlet mode.
All right. He's like,
Do you know?
very well. We will take up orbit in the nearest space station and that the technocracy has out here for safety, and we will continue from there.
As Juicer says that, he turns to Juicer and goes, "Trust me, you take me on in a game of Call of Duty free-for-all, I'll kick all your asses."
Very well. He does not seem interested in the video game reference at all.
No, Yorkie, I am playing Virtual Adept. To your question.
The game is a mixed game. I wanted the players to have the option of running technocrats or traditions. So that's what's going on. The only technocrat is Albatross.
He
Extra Let's rock and roll, baby.
All right. So, it takes 5 days. I'm going to break this down. Over the course of the next week, you do stop and analyze the rest of the artifacts, the rest of the wonders that you recovered. The platter that you received never has to be cleaned. Really simple enchantment. As long as you wipe it away, it'll be clean for the next use. Nothing too difficult to do. It's very simple, very minor thing, but it's a wonder. The third item was a helmet. This helmet is designed in a Roman-style helmet.
Nice.
It is not one of the very nice ones. It's just a simple one, so the face is fully exposed. And who's going to be the brave soul to actually put it on first?
Do you know what? Zero was so excited to have this because she has like so many cosplays idea. She literally is like, I could totally do a Spartan warrior. Next game, barbarian. Woo! You know what? Gotta get into costume. Puts it on to see if it will fit.
You get something that's similar to a sixth sense around you. It's not perfect vision, but you can kind of feel where everything is through correspondence. It's like whenever you're actually engaging correspondence, it has the same style of effect. But it's not like yours when you use correspondence 1. Mage 20 clarified the traditions and the technocrats. This was a joint operation from the beginning because there's more at stake than the Ascension War. They're dealing with universal powers trying to find universal power level equipment, basically. But yes, the technocrats have all the weaknesses as regular tradition mages. They just have hit marks. Hit marks are not to be fucked with. But the helmet, you realize, gives you this further awareness around you. And for you specifically, your actual correspondence does more than this.
So she's gonna go, well, this sucks. Takes it off and goes, oh, idea! Pointing up her finger. And she's running down the ship going, juicer, 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 juicer! Juicer!
I blow smoke right in her face. What?
Or worse.
This is like totally dope player. Like 100%. Makes you look like an ancient warrior. And just sticks it on his head.
You get the same feeling that I described for her. But you've never used correspondence before, so this is a dizzying sensation to you. I'm going to roll your stamina.
Okay.
What the hell is going on?
That was not meant to be 42. You have no problem staying on your feet. Your stomach feels like it's going to lurch, but you're able to recover from it.
Total high, man. High five. No pound it, player.
I want my hat back.
She puts on the hat. It goes. Now we have traded. Fair trade, right?
You have two choices. You can give me the hat back, or I can put you in the morgue.
Oh, that's so fun. I don't like that. I'm not ready to end this game yet. Takes off the helmet, gives him back his hat.
Well, remember, each one of you get an item.
Yeah, it's your helmet. You're the one that wanted the helmet.
Like, totally lame.
So, this goes on over the
Sell
course
it
of
or
about
melt it
5...
down.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, Drew. Go ahead.
He goes, sell it or melt it down. take the magic from it or something.
Oh, totally a cool idea. How do I do that?
I don't know. Go talk to somebody who's intelligent enough to explain it to you, or even cares to.
No,
I
I'll
love
just
playing Shadows and Wraith, by the way.
Albatross is up to.
no. Oh. So next thing she's gonna run down the hall yelling, Albatross, 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 Albatross.
Why do you do things?
Oh. I need help.
Did you do?
Yeah, help her.
Did you do this time?
Oh, see this? I thought I could like turn it in. She holds the helmet in front of her. And she goes, I had this cosplay idea with a total Spartan theme. And then, but anyways, not the point. So, this helmet's stupid. But it's magical. So how do you melt it down and get the magic from it? Tell me.
You do not know.
That is above my.
And for player party, you guys are useless.
All you can hear from under Albatross's face mask is just disgruntled grumbling.
He's probably mad at me because I sent her that way.
Now I have to go, maybe the captain will know. But I don't think the captain likes me.
Oh,
But dragons are pretty basic racist bastards to begin with. What I've seen. You know what? I'm gonna go probably find a person that knows how to melt stuff. So I'm gonna go find someone that works on weaponry and helmets.
All right.
please do that.
So, I want you to just give me a charisma or manipulation roll.
Me?
No, 0.
Question. Does animal magnetism come into play?
No. You're dealing
Damn
with
it.
technocrats. Most of them are kind of heartless about what they do. Difficulty 7.
Nothing.
Yeah, no one's willing to work with you. They kind of shoo you away. They tell you they don't have time for it. As you start bombarding random people with questions about it. As the week goes on, because this does take a week of studying the equipment, making amends, things like that. The captain calls you into his quarters again. We found the last key, and we are the next key, and we are currently in progress on our way there.
The last key. Wow, we're already done with this mission. Crazy.
But I don't want this game to be over. Is there bonus levels? No, DLCs. DLCs are way better.
Either way, since we're continuing on, it's going to be another day till we get there. We've actually been en route for a while. He'll pull up a scan. Everyone give me a perception alertness again.
Okay, so basically, when he's telling us that we're gonna go find the key, they've already deciphered enough to get the actual directions that we're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 success.
Okay.
Do I see anything?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All right. Fake. Do you let me double check your character sheet real quick. I'm seeing if you have. You do not. Oh wow. Okay. You notice that the universe is kind of pretty big. The map is gigantic, but it does have a beacon point for where the next key seems to be. You also see a mark that is a golden yellow on the diagram, the universe map that he has up. And that universe map has a little yellow spot that's marked Earth. The place that you're going has a blue marker, and you can see based off of distances, all of you can recognize that you're not traveling like just halfway across the galaxy. You're traveling to other dimensions based off of the location. He's like, so this is what will happen. We will arrive there tomorrow morning, and we will send you down in one of our little scout ships. That way you can survey the planet. Scouter recently come. Once we get into orbit, we will be cloaked. There seems to be technology already there, was what our scout reported. And we will do an analysis of the planet once we get there. I do not want to send you down on a possibly hostile planet.
You think we'll get more data from this probe than usual?
Assuming it hasn't been destroyed, yes, we should be able to get more. We're actually scanning the planet. All right. Next day comes around. You take a look at the pictures from the probe, and the probe has provided a great deal of information. The planet seems to be about 3 times the size of Earth. It is slightly closer to the sun comparatively to Earth. I mean, yes, we're multi-dimensional hopping right now. The planet itself seems to be very similar. He makes a note that there's 4 pings of showing high level of technology. They weren't able to get a good enough scan because as they got closer to it, it was getting jammed. The trees are enormous. He says, based off of our scans, it looks like it's a human-compliant atmosphere, a little bit more oxygen-rich than our own, but that shouldn't give you too much problems. We're detecting several life forms on the planet. The dominant life form we haven't been able to get a good scan on yet. They seem to be invoking some type of technology that is preventing us from scanning their biology how we normally would. It's a rather frustrating prospect. They seem to just disappear off of our radars whenever we begin to detect them.
Ooh. Zero raises her hand. What?
He continues on. We don't know if all of these... sorry, the trees are tall as skyscrapers. I apologize. They're much taller than Earth. Not just 3 times larger. We even detected that some of these life forms are not carbon-based like ourselves. Kind of a weird thing. However, he pulls up a map. It's a globe. It's a little more misshapen than Earth. You definitely see that there's distinctive zones in each of the sections. The map is slowly turning the planet round and round. You're actually finding places where the temperatures are, because it's giving out all this information in a large bandwidth, so you're catching it here and there. The temperatures is about 10 degrees hotter on average than Earth. There are 10 distinctive continents on this globe. And the 4 bases seem to be well protected technology-wise. He does say, well, based off our scans, before these creatures vanish on us, they seem to have very highly advanced weaponry. We're not sure what type of weaponry it is. A lot of it seems like bladed technology. I wish I had more for you. Based off of what I have here, I would suggest that this base here, and he points towards the northern one, seems to be the most guarded. I don't know if that's where they would protect something like that.
Alright, so I got cut out. The last thing I knew about is that people from the planet, the main life form that we couldn't check, I guess their scanners, we keep having issues trying to scan them.
Yes, one of the species on the planet, which seems to be the dominant species, as far as you can tell. You don't. He's not really sure. Every time they try to scan them, as soon as the scan is detected, they vanish off the radar.
Okay. And you said something about blade technology?
Yes, their weapons seem to be some sort of bladed tech.
Okay. Like they still look like blades, or they are like more of like just an energy form of the blade?
They don't know.
Gotcha. Because we can't get a good enough scan of them.
Yep.
Okay.
Zero raises both hands. Ooh, ooh.
What is it?
I might be able to help. I do specialize in computers, and maybe if we do a certain amount on the scan, and she starts talking nerdy, Zachary doesn't know much about computers, or we
Anyways.
do this and put that, and then we compile all the data into here.
The data's been compiled. That's not the problem. The problem is their technology is detecting our scans when they happen, and they're modulating away from our what we're scanning.
So what about if we direct to basically scan their planet? They're directing theirs back at them, but we're rescanning. You know, like a back door. Like we totally reverse it. So when they try to mess us up, we mess them up, like watchdogs. Woo!
My young
And then
girl.
we still be able to scan. That's the
Basically
important.
what you're saying is every time you try to scan them, they can detect the scan actually kind of like it's a big spotlight, and they just move out of the way of the spotlight.
Effectively.
But what about if we dim the spotlight?
Oh my. Go to the planet and say hi.
If you'd like to try and run that scan, please, by all means, go to the bridge and reach out with our science officer.
Zero starts to run to the bridge.
All right. We're going to take a quick pause here. I need to use the restroom. And that's one thing I don't hold in. We will be right back in about 5, maybe 10 minutes. We'll be right back after these messages.
Close.
Okay, see you guys in 10 minutes.
Wish you had an airlock.
Why? So you guys can throw Zero down it?
No, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna push you out in the airlock. Me and Albatross. Gonna pick you up, put you in a space pod, launch you down there, and you can go make friends down there and find out what we need to know about them. Come on, you're important enough. You're not a red shirt person. Be fine. I don't think you have red shirt. Zero has left the building.
No, I'm still here.
You got no answer for that?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. I zoned out.
Okay, I asked you if you had a red shirt.
Oh,
That's why we're gonna send you a pen. I said, fine, you're fine. You don't have any red shirts. You'll be okay. Just go down and talk to them. All in all, though, they sound pretty powerful. They can dodge or scan. They're either using way higher technology than we have, or they can like sense the electrical field of the scan.
oh.
So guess what I bought a few days ago?
What?
I bought the 5th edition conversion of the Isle of Dread module.
I missed that. You bought the new version of what?
Bunch of old editions of D&D for 5th edition, and I bought the conversion for Isle of Dread. Good stuff.
Or I said if we get there and there's
Oh boy, neighbors are out shooting again. We got coyotes out here, so that's probably what they're shooting at. Do, do.
uh, that is kind of a terrifying thought. Um, is everybody back?
I don't know.
The Drew?
Can
It's
you
a
hear me?
terrifying thought.
Lord
Hello?
Zed? I don't think he's back yet.
You can
That-
hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Drew.
Alright, cool.
I still think your motherfucking ass should be driving local.
I am driving local.
No, I mean home local. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back once more.
Hey, so Albatross, you bought a new edition of what?
Yeah, no, I bought a 5th edition conversion of the classic Island of Dread adventure, Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay, a conversion of the classic Dungeons and Dragons?
Yes,
Nice.
they're making those now. Yeah. Hold on a second.
Sucks, everybody's dead.
Yeah. So like they've remade like the classic Keep on the Borderlands. My game
Oh,
shop
that's
didn't have
cool.
that one. Yeah, it's they're cranking the oldies back out. Wait, did you
Wow.
guys hear? Yeah, did you guys hear Mystara's getting 5th edition?
Alright, I'm back. Alright. Everybody back? Can I get a sound check on everyone?
Check, check.
It's a sound check.
Was that Zach?
Mr. Rita Repulsa?
Oh yeah, right. He does a Rita Repulsa impression.
No. His name is Lord Zed 2424.
Oh right.
I saw him light up a moment ago.
Yeah, just... Is Zach still gone?
I think so. But no, I was just saying I think you should drive local to our city. Our home. I'm just hanging out with you, dude. Especially in COVID days.
True, true. Well, I mean, right now we're driving to a hotel. I mean, I'm home. Did they not tell you I'm home?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got home, what is it? Tuesday? Wednesday, whatever. Right now we're heading to Marble Falls with my wife. But I think we'll probably try and stop by if you guys are available. Probably stop by and see both of you.
You should have called out today, dude.
Huh?
You're playing a game with the boys. No. I'm gonna stop there before I say something stupid. I'm good at saying stupid shit. Zach, are you back? Did your wife at least say it's okay?
She's driving.
Not what I asked.
Yeah, she's driving. She's got her headphones in. She's driving. She says, I'll get us there, and you just play the game. I was like, cool. Because she says, you don't get a chance to play very often anyways. Remember, I only get to play with you, and I get to play when Zach's game is. And other than that, I really don't have any connectivity with anybody.
All right. As long as your wife says it's okay, and I'm not saying her name on purpose, by the way.
No, I was actually, my opinion was if we weren't going anywhere, I was going to have her go over and at least hang out with Laura then if that was the case.
Don't use my wife's name.
Laura! What about it?
Internet.
It's your wife.
Yeah. And I don't...
Are you...
I like that Yorkie's here, but I put this on YouTube as well. And maybe one day, cancel culture is going to catch up to my stupid ass and want to cancel me.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how good people have gotten at doxing other people these days, like especially 4chan.
So sorry, I'm late. I had to let out the dogs, and I sat out with him for a while, and I'm just making toast. So,
all right. So, we gave the description of the planet. You go down to the science officer.
Yeah.
He's already been notified when you get there. Give me a wits and computers.
So, even though they haven't been notified, I'm gonna go, hey, what's up, dude? Name's Zero. Come to show you guys how to work. Hey!
Oh, please do. Show us how to do our job.
Does this count as hacking and creative logic?
It does count as hacking.
Okay.
Hey, the guys that did these ships, they're void engineers, right? Or
Yes,
are
they
what
are.
Oh, yeah, good luck on that one.
So 7d10.
Difficulty is 9.
That means their technology is way weak.
No one has hyperscience.
Yeah.
What does hacking give me?
It's going to give you rerolls.
Okay.
My other mage did.
Can I get those rerolls?
Oh, you've done a wonderful job. Look at that. Hey, Bob, come here. The new girl thought she could just like tap on the keyboard and make it happen. Please get off my deck.
She walks away, and she's mumbling, "Hey, get off my dick." Nerds.
Back in the other room while this is happening, the planet's picked up a lot of the probe picked up a lot of different life forms. Most of them are hominoid. And they all seem to be armored. Not armored, armed. So some people have swords, some people have machine guns, a couple people have rocket launchers, and some people even have their technology version of a rocket-propelled grenade strapped to their back, along with the RPGs that go along with it for the ammunition. But there's no moving photos. It's all single clips because this is a probe, not a video camera. There's a lot of in some of the places that I took these pictures, they seem to be in groups coming down, and they seem to be parachute dropped in. You can't see the bottom of the space shuttle, the containers that are dropped around, that are littered around, but you could imagine that they might have some type of heat shielding on the bottom if they were dropped from the atmosphere, or they might have been just dropped from an aircraft.
So the boxes are intact?
No, they're attached to parachutes.
But they look like they're landing on the ground perfectly fine.
Some cases yes, some cases no. Some of them get caught up in the trees. Some are broken, and there's blood of all various colors scattered about these locations where you can see it stripping down the trees. You can see there's some green blood splattered about, purple blood, blue blood everywhere. The planet doesn't seem to be very inviting to newcomers, but they seem to be imported in.
Right then. So we should probably gear up if we're going to be jumping into that. Are we jumping into that, or are we gonna land?
We're gonna give you a landing shuttle with stealth technology on it.
Yeah, I guess that'll work.
About halfway through this conversation, you see him look over at his monitor and laugh.
Albatross looks to see what he's laughing at.
It's a message using the Technocracy's version of IMs, and it says she didn't get anything either.
It wasn't. You hear so Drew. You hear Albatross. Albatross let out a very rare, very subtle laugh. Measure this moment, for it only comes every couple of years.
What is so funny that even you are laughing?
Yeah. Wouldn't get it.
He's like, gear up. If you have any additional questions, reach out to me. We're going to continue to try and scan the planet and see what we can get. Once we begin to have an idea for getting down onto the planet, we'll go ahead and we'll make that push later. You're dismissed.
Okay, then Albatross is gonna go gear up.
Are you swinging by the secret weapons department?
You probably don't want to see me right now.
You still get a chance to pick up equipment.
Okay.
Like I said, you're making amends, but you still have that pull with the Technocracy.
Okay.
Even if local requisitions is pissed at you.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that then. You're gonna make that roll?
Already been done.
Okay.
So he hands you a pair of spectacles, and they seem to be more than spectacles. They seem to have a steampunk varietal to them, with different colored lenses. We heard that the probes were having problems detecting some of the life forms on the planet. Hopefully these will be able to help you out. Just variations with the colored spectacles have worked in the past to see through different levels of magic.
Let's see. Good.
even levels of hyperscience should be able to be detected by that.
So Albatross takes off his helmet and puts on the glasses.
They're a nice fit. You don't like the wrap around the ear so much, but they are pretty steady on your face. Or at least I'm assuming he doesn't like the wrap around the ear.
Not really. He's still gonna put up with it.
All
Okay,
right.
So, just does a few like tests. Described it sound like you could cycle through the lenses.
Yep, and as you're looking through them, you're finding different magical properties on different objects. Different combinations that produce different results.
Stuff.
And you see someone who seems to be walking around underneath a invisibility shield of some sort.
Okay, I'm gonna go investigate that.
He's just on a coffee break.
Oh.
It's
Scary.
nothing malicious. It's one of the guys in the secret armory. He's just in the back walking around. He's someone you've seen there before.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Oh, sorry. I didn't. It still startles Albatross a little because to kill her.
All right. The next morning rolls around. The captain sends everyone a message. The probe was destroyed getting close to the northern base. About
that was the
2
original
hours
base
ago.
that we were trying to scan.
The northern base is where he said it's probably where the key's located. There's a notice that their technology is blocking the rest of the energy signature of the weapon, of the key. So I was talking about the weapons a lot earlier, so that word was stuck in my brain. But yeah, it's very definitely a situation where you do see the most probable place is that northern base.
So,
Okay.
as this message goes out, Zero is going to think to herself, and they think they're so smart. Ha! For people that are based on technology, can't even scan a simple base.
No, it was destroyed.
She's thinking that to herself. She's not.
Okay, my bad. Misunderstanding.
That was herself in response. That was like to herself. You know how you get a message and you think to yourself after reading it? Yeah, that was her thoughts.
All right. So, what are your guys' plan?
To grab up all our gear. So do we have an idea of what these people scan was able to get a little bit, like what their attire is? Do we have appropriate attire to sort of?
Attire is based off of the species. There is no two people, when you take a look through those images, that look the same.
Okay, so each species wears their own type of attire.
Yes, it looks like they are acquired with whatever they happen to be wearing. Because you can see a couple of the images do include 5 of these containers with parachutes dropping down onto the planet.
All right, well, then I'm just going to go in my regular garb then, I guess.
Yep.
Might tweak it a little bit, to kind of fit in a little bit more, but other than that, I'm not going to change I'm going to load up all my patches.
And Zero is bringing pager, cell phone, putting the battery back. Well, keeping the battery and the cell phone this time, because for some reason she has a spare battery that she keeps out of her cell phone. Pocket watch. I think I already said that. Pager, and she is bringing her iPad. Oh, does this place have Does this place have drones?
Not that you're aware of.
I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask our resident void engineer. Quick question, sir, Albatross. Yeah, Albatross. Do you guys have drones? Like, one of those fly drones that you hook up a camera to, all that thing.
Yes. Technocracy does. I don't know.
Well, I was wondering if you could get me some, because I was feeling like this whole rigger vibe from. Have you ever played the game Shadowrun? I was like a human rigger, but like
Ever
totally.
done ever read any of the ever read, watched, or played of the things that you've
But I've totally feel it like we should eat some drones for scouting on the planet. Oh, and drones with guns. I can definitely run those. If you give me the right tech stuff.
we'll have to talk to requisitions. They've already given me everything. At least everything I asked for myself.
So what? Do I just go knock on the door, and be like, "Yo, dog, I need some drones. I want to stalk some people."
I would recommend that
Sorry about that.
one. Go down and ask them. And tell them I
Got it. Tell him that the big man sent me. Got it. So I'm doing what he said.
don't.
Don't do that.
Getting rid of the word "the big man" word. I'm not specifically saying the big man sent me.
Fine. I don't care anymore. Just if you're going to ask them, best do it now.
All right. So you're gonna go and see if you can get a drones.
Yeah, specifically spy drones and maybe one combat.
Is this for the bases?
Yeah.
We're not losing additional assets to those bases.
Well, not just the bases. Like, what about if there's like a camp that we like stumble near that is like low pillager camp type of deal?
In a restroom. Yes.
So
Cool. Thank you.
Bring you
make
back.
sure to mute your microphone, Drew.
Hey, I'm just asking about the restroom.
All I heard was restroom, yes, ma'am, and You pause that stuff.
I can't. Your phone's in the pocket.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Zach.
More like try to get actual scans, like more in close, definable scans. And by that, you need drones, scan the atmosphere, which you guys probably did. You guys are awesome at your jobs, but I just thought I would get more closer to the action scans for you.
I heard you're a real whiz with scans. The answer is no, sweetheart.
But see, you gotta show me. We gotta work together here. Like, as much as you don't trust me and I'm weird, but
No, we're your taxi.
I like to go with generally enthusiast, but come
we're
on.
your taxi. That's what we do. We're not losing any more resources to this planet if we can.
But see, you guys hired a person that can literally has, okay, not as great as hacking as you guys do, I'll give it that, but good for hacking. And I don't know why you guys hired a live streamer. I wouldn't hire myself either, just for that. But you guys might have saw something in me. So how about you give me something to work with here, people?
No, we're
I'm
not
more-
losing any more assets to the planet.
But I'm not a shooty like you're. Oh, fine, whatever. This is a lost cause anyway. She just walks away, gonna feel a lot useless.
You guys don't have to fight if you don't want to. I'm just saying that. Y'all can avoid combat. Plus, you're mages. Just saying.
She doesn't pay no attention.
No, this is Justin to Zach.
Oh, no. That. I'm not actually feeling useless. That was more her thoughts.
So, what are y'all's plan of attack?
Albatross will use his called Tesla driver to put himself an invisibility field and scout ahead.
Well, y'all haven't gotten even down to the planet yet.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm.
Y'all are still preparing to go down to the planet. What I'm wondering is if you guys have a general plan, which base you're going to go after, or are you just going to roam around the planet?
We could see if we could try to get into that base. But what about if they just don't let anybody walk in? You probably have to prove yourself.
So you're asking for drones? Don't you have anything in technology? Aren't you a smart girl?
Yes, but I didn't think. Let's say I didn't think to bring any.
Well, why don't you just build one? Can't be that hard to build a drone. We've got enough parts on this ship.
Oh, okay. You go ask the guys that are literally for parts and see if they like you.
You got your own lab, don't you? Your own room. Sure you
Oh yes, they want to
can
give
make
the
a bunch
person
of
that
parts.
they want to give the person that probably blows up stuff and don't want to lose those assets, right? Okay.
Well, I mean, they probably won't give you guns, but
No, they just said they didn't want to lose any more assets to this planet. Specifically for scouting out these bases.
So are you guys gonna give me time to go get parts and put together a drone that we could use that is okay to lose?
If you drone
but
could
we
be
don't have to go straight to that planet yet. I mean, they just told us this is what we've gotten so far. We've seen the pictures, we've seen how the race looks, and we also know, that that's the base that the drone tried to get to and got blown up. So possibly we should head to that base first and see what goes on, but we should probably prepare up a little bit more. We need to get weaponry or build our own weaponry or, concentrate our magic so that it's able to go faster if we needed to, right when we need it. You would have time to build your drones. We don't have to drop to the planet right now.
Thank you, Drew. Thank you so much.
She goes, give me a day or two. I'll see what I can come up with. I'm sure they have some scrap parts. And it is a giant ship.
All right. So you guys want to wait 2 days?
Yeah,
Yes.
and I'm gonna use I'm gonna work in my lab and I'm gonna perfect my patches, see if I can get this whole werewolf thing that I was working.
All right. So I need something from you, Zero.
What's that?
First off, you have 2 days to try and acquire the material. So the first day is going to be all material gathering. Give me
Okay.
manipulation and subterfuge. Difficulty 6. Because you're trying to talk them out of something that they're supposed to keep.
What? Okay, I guess they keep scrap parts, but whatever.
Well, you can melt
Uh,
down scrap and repurpose it.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping to do. 4, 5, D10s, difficulty 6. What the? Okay, I
All
was
right.
just looking at the TED.
Give me a intelligence and technology. Creative logic does apply, and in this case, it's going to be reducing the difficulty by 1. So you have a difficulty 8 with the pieces that you were able to acquire.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7.
Before you roll, do you want to spend a willpower?
Difficulty 8, you said?
Yes.
Um,
The pieces you got was not very good.
yeah, let's spend a point of willpower. Well, if this works.
All right.
I got 1.
The drone you built isn't too terribly fancy. It will fly. And with your level of correspondence, you are able to use it as a remote point to view from. So you do have a little camera that can be pointed in 180 degrees down towards the ground in any direction, though. Just can't point up.
Okay, so basically I have to move the drone to point the camera.
Well, no, you have to move the drone if you want to like look up into the sky.
Okay. She's gonna hook that up to the latest iPad she has. I don't even know what it would be anymore.
You probably have custom software on your pads.
Okay.
And this is me being the egotist that I am. Once I start getting into the actual learning on how to hack things, I will not be using Mac or Windows to do that stuff. I'm going to be fucking using Linux. Linux by far is better whenever you're a hacker.
Yep.
So your pads probably have custom software, everything adjusted to be what you need it to be. And this is probably not your first time piloting a drone, and you were able to get a Bluetooth wireless signal to and from the drone.
Okay.
So you can already use software that you have.
Okay.
You clearly wiped all the bloatware out.
Next thing.
Isn't that called Windows 10?
That would just be anything on there, but Windows 10 would be the best bloatware, yeah.
So she's gonna go to the party and go, give me another 2 days and I could probably get another thing going.
Do you want some help?
If you can gather parts, at least we can get like maybe a smaller one for like more stealth in there. Because I'm picturing this sucker's pretty big, right? The first one? Okay.
You have to carry it on your back, but it's not gonna. With the parts that you were able to provide, it's not gonna be able to fly inside of a building.
Okay, so
I have technology, don't I? I'm pretty sure I do. I have technology.
You do.
I can help them with the technology, and I have matter. I could probably help this technology get more compact.
because what I was thinking is I got one for outside. What about if I put one in? I need one for in the building because just in case we make it into a building that we think where it is, you never know.
Well, why don't you just modify the drone to get smaller?
I'm not. So, what I've learned from playing Shadowrun Online is a rigger works with many, my good friend. So, I got my big dude. I got Big B here. As she looks at the, makes you look at the drone. Now I need small B.
Do you all want to contribute to finding the equipment?
I'll contribute to finding equipment, and I'll help her rig it. I mean, it's a bunch of small little components. I've seen small drones before, like ones that fit on your wrist.
Yes, Albatross will help too because he thinks this is the only good idea that Zero has had in forever.
Everyone give me manipulation and subterfuge. You are trying to talk people out. I've already rolled for Drew. You got one success.
Cool. Thank you very much, sir.
Did not expect this angle, by the way.
Manipulation is 4, 5.
That's the point of the party.
One success.
All right. Collectively, you find enough pieces for another drone. It is about the same. Oh, let me double check something real quick. I'm double checking something on matter. Because I'm
trying
actually
to find out about matter.
that's what I'm looking at right now. All right. So, Drew,
Yeah.
Fate, are you going to add into the technology roll?
I didn't.
You're not?
Can I just do that?
All right. No, you're contributing to finding resources.
No, that.
First roll is
Yeah.
entirely about the resources. Okay.
I don't think I can. I don't think there's much I can do to contribute.
So we're going to roll intelligence and technology.
Four.
Difficulty is going to be 6.
4, 5, 6, 7.
As a reminder, you can hit up on the chat space to use your last input.
Yeah, I my last input is I forgot.
And difficulty is going to be 6 this time around.
What the fuck?
Drew!
Yeah.
The Bumbleclot over here can't put shit together.
Oh my god.
And not only that, you notice that first drone does have a couple of deficiencies. But you're able to put one together about the size of a computer monitor. Like a 24-inch computer monitor. Like one of those computer monitors, to be specific.
Okay. What are you building? What is?
Now,
I
you
I
know
what it
with
is.
your matter that you can actually shrink this item down.
Right, because at level 2, I can alter its size and shape. I just can't alter its composition.
Kind of. It's a roundabout way of doing things, but you know you can do it. It requires 3 rolls instead of just 1.
Right. Yeah, I'm just looking at the. Well, see, that's your problem. You and your little games that you always play, you only get this from like 1D or 2D. I wonder why your drone looks all hodgepodge. Gotta get a book. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and after I built this one, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna show her a little bit of the tweak to do to hers. Just to make it a little bit better so it does exactly.
No, y'all are able to
Whatever
produce one more drone.
Okay.
Alright. So we have 3 different size drones?
No, you have 2 drones.
Right, we have the big drone and we have the small drone.
That's it.
Okay.
Whatever the
So-
hell she was doing is not a drone. It looks more like something that you would go to Japan and get upskirt shots with. But it's not flying anywhere.
You know what?
It's-
She's gonna make EMP grenades. Fuck this shit. She's gonna try to make EMP devices to like not grenades, but like if we need to plant like EMP design like C4, where you just hit a button and they go off. If that makes sense, Justin.
I know what you're talking about, EMP grenades.
Yeah, but more in the style of C4 where you hit the button and then they go off. Not an actual grenade.
I mean, if you're
You
looking
can
for a
get
time
that from
thing,
the armory. You just have to ask.
I was say if you're looking for a time thing, you can build those out of 9-volt batteries. But yeah,
Yeah, remote detonation is not some uncommon aspect.
She goes, what about how out of game, how long will a virus take?
For you to build for a computer system that you have no idea how it runs, anywhere between 3 seconds to infinity.
Okay. So this plan is based on technology, right?
It is based on the idea you don't know what you're going into.
But they have like superpowered guns, don't they?
You don't know how the drone was destroyed. Only that it was destroyed.
No, I'm not talking about the drone. I'm talking
Oh.
about like what we know from their tech.
no, that's the thing. We don't know tech.
Yeah, the only
Right?
thing that you've been able to successfully get is that they have really sharp weapons.
Okay.
And then
I say we
every
d-
other scan to do anything deeper onto their technology, once they try to track one of these beings, they vanish off the grid altogether.
So can I roll an intelligence and like so I can get like a guess? Or
Their
something?
technology is more advanced than yours. This would follow under the realm of what your first teacher taught you as hyperscience, but you were more interested in video games and did not pay attention to those lessons.
Dun dun dun.
Hyperscience is a knowledge in Mage the Ascension.
Yep.
Things such as perfect cryostasis would be hyperscience. Space Marine
Hyperscience,
technology,
aka
like Warhammer 40k Space Marine technology, is hyperscience.
I was gonna say anything you can think of in Eureka.
Yeah, Eureka is a great example of what.
Okay. So I
Miss
say
you.
we do some scouting ourselves. Hopefully find what that drone can't find, and then put our plan of attack from there. At least get into the city.
No cities on the planet, by the way.
Still, at least get into the city that we were trying to discover.
The base? Okay.
Yeah.
So, during this 4-day time, the captain pulls you guys aside again. They were able to get a brief momentary capture off of one of the drones checking out a different base. And you realize why they said they're not dedicating any more resources to this. It looks kind of like a pyramid.
Oh, for fuck's sakes! I think I know what it is.
What?
For fuck's.
I would never make references to movies or films or books or other role-playing systems in a Spelljammer game, would I?
Oh, now I know what this fucking planet is. No wonder they have cloak fucking. Ah.
Am I missing something?
Oh, fuck!
When
I
you
mean,
said
if you're using
pyramid,
pyramids, the only thing I think about is Stargate.
yeah, me
No,
too.
it's not Stargate.
Is it?
It's probably Alien versus Predator. From the Alien versus Predator thing, they build the pyramids.
No, not that.
No, it's not Xenomorphs?
It's not Xenomorphs.
Ah, okay.
Uh-uh.
Didn't say it wasn't predators.
Okay. So
Plus,
it is.
these two people have different looks, so I wouldn't be a predator.
No.
Predator
But
thing.
some predators wear different equipment, but they're more tribal.
Yeah, but he says this is all just their clothing is based on just their.
I described different species here.
Yeah.
So
It is not.
the
There have been. You have seen humans on the planet. You have seen rock creatures on this planet. You have seen a lot of different species in the still captures of this planet.
I was gonna say, is the planet full of gas or
No.
no?
I did describe the atmosphere previously as being oxygen rich, a little bit more oxygen rich than Earth. The atmosphere and the overall temperature is about 10 degrees higher than Earth because it's a smidge closer to their sun. And a smidge
Okay.
is like a galaxy, a solar system smidge, not a my cell phone is moved 2 inches type of smidge.
Okay, so pyramids. Well, we could go check out the pyramid. So, what do you think, guys? Pyramid or base first?
Well, no, one of the bases that they were checking out was shaped like a pyramid.
Okay, so base shaped like pyramid or
It is a base shaped like a pyramid.
okay, so
And by the way, the shit was planned out.
The
So
drone
just-
part wasn't, but the rest of your plan.
so just to make sure I'm understanding, because I feel like I'm not understanding. The base that they couldn't scan before is the pyramid, not like they scanned two different bases, right?
They only got pictures from one base, that's a southern base, and it is in
Okay.
the shape of a pyramid.
Oh, okay. So we are talking about the same base. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The base that you're going to, that you think it's going to be in, is going to be the northern base.
Okay. So how about we hit south? Check out that. See what information we can capture, or, just you never know. Maybe there's a feud going on between the south and the north. I don't know. But I say we hit the southern base first. Check out the pyramids, or the pyramid, and then I say we hit the north. But I say we do some recon before just jumping head first like we did with that dragon.
Yeah, I guess that might work.
It's entirely up to
How the
you guys
recon
what
thing-
you want to do.
Seeing as how the recon thing didn't do us any very good problems, gave us some problems.
Is
Like I
that y'all's
said,
plan?
Yeah, that's the plan. We'll go check out the southern base first, and then move on to the north base.
All right. You gather up into the stealth craft that is the landing shuttle. You have your drones with you. Are you going to shrink it before you leave?
The big one or the small one?
The one that you made.
Yeah, I'm gonna shrink it.
Give me an arete roll, please. I'll do that for you.
Certainly. I roll my dice. What do they say?
They say success.
Woo!
You're able to get it down to about the size of a composition book.
Cool.
And for
Fold the
comparison's
wings
sake,
in and
it's about a third the size. Yeah, about a third.
what's the thickness?
Same.
Okay.
It still has to follow aerodynamics. You can't completely change everything on it.
Right. No, I'm gonna fold it up and put it in my shoulder bag or whatever, my hip bag that I have.
As you break through the atmosphere, the scans do not, the still images that got captured doesn't do this planet justice. The trees aren't just scraping the atmosphere as you thought they were. They are very large, and not only are they large, they're thick, looking as if they've grown for not just decades like earthly trees, but centuries, well beyond what most trees live to on Earth. And like before, you see a lot of these shipping containers, pseudo cells that have been busted open. Some are stuck in trees. You see all the different blood, different locations. Um, the pilot who's navigating the ship has already engaged a stealth the moment you break through the atmosphere that's causing the heat friction. And you are flying directly above the trees. He seems to be trying to be staying as low as possible through this area. Let's see how he does. He does well. He manages to pilot the way he's supposed to. You get outside and he stops at a certain distance, just cold. It doesn't like, no, it slows down and y'all are hovering above a tree line. Around this base, so you do see a step-style pyramid, and it's about 3 times the size you'd expect to see it as. Whoever did this put a lot of time and effort into it. It's definitely well made. There seem to be guards posted. They are wearing face masks. They're about 8 feet tall apiece. Or sorry, about 6.5 feet tall apiece. Their face masks are made out of a solid piece of metal pressed up against their face. And they have these very long dreadlocks going down about past their shoulders. Past their shoulder blade. And they are standing still as statues. Everyone give me alertness and perception. Drew, I'll roll yours.
Finally!
All right. You all notice that they have several weapons on them. These guys... Okay. As you begin to take a look at them, they seem to notice your presence, but you notice a few things about them before they disappear. First off, they seem to have several weapons around their waist that are very reminiscent of Sharpie, Cutty things. And they are different styles of weapons. You don't see anything like a sword on their hilt. Most of them seem to be throwing weapons or quick jab weapons. Each of them have looks like a beam on their back. It's hard to tell at this distance. And each one seems to have a small shoulder-mounted cannon, no larger than my arm here.
God, this is so proud.
If you happen to have a blue Yeti, that's exactly about the exact length and width of these devices. The pyramid. Now there's no fencing or anything like that around this pyramid, but there is very clearly a cannon, same style that they have already. That looks exactly the same on the second to top layer of this pyramid. There is one facing each cardinal direction that you can tell.
Well, there's our problem that's blowing their drones out of the sky.
And as they notice they're being watched, they begin to take a look around and they notice the spacecraft, and the pilot gets the fuck out. He bugs out away from this place. You're all looking out the windows of your shuttlecraft, and what ends up happening is you see them disappear. Let me see who has it. Albatross.
Yes.
I want you to go ahead and give me a forces and perception roll.
And perception roll.
Yep.
So that is
Oh, yeah. They are using some sort of technology because at a certain point, you know this being a technocrat. At some point, technology is no different than magic. They are bending light around themselves.
trick.
And the pilot starts taking you towards the northern base, and that's where we're going to call it tonight.
Okay.
Before we go to the northern base, I did want to state that we were going to actually into this pyramid idea, like we were going to go see civilization.
There is no other structures on this planet besides these four.
Oh no, I was hoping to get like
No, there is no sign of civilization.
oh shit. Okay, so there was those two guards and that was it. Okay.
You don't know what's inside the four buildings. You have no idea about the actual numbers of beings on this planet.
Okay, so we counted two for sure. Okay, two guards. Okay, well, let's start with that.
But we're going to go around the table. Fate, what did you learn tonight?
See, what did I learn? I learned today Albatross learned that he still has a sense of humor.
Well done.
Hi.
4 experience points. Drew, what did you learn?
I learned that Zero needs a lot of help when it comes to constructing drones, and
Zero needs
that I am not ready for this planet.
Acceptable. 4 experience points. And Mr. Repulsa.
Oh, me. I learned that literally, that Zero should have stayed up and studied her other science. I forget what it's called.
Hyperscience.
Hyperscience. Should have studied hyperscience, which I hope to learn in the future.
All right. 4 experience points. I want to thank everyone who came out here. Yorkie, thank you for following. I do appreciate that. It's a big deal for me. Every new follower is a wonderful thing. If you don't know, I play on Zach's channel, and Zach runs a lot of games at a lot of time slots. On Wednesday nights, I play a werewolf in his Silver Chronicle. And I also play on the opposite Saturdays. I also play in his Hunter game. So, just to have that out there, if you're looking for more content from us here at this channel, you can find some over at his channel as well as mine. We as always, you can always check out my YouTube for my past sessions, including San Antonio by Dark Season 1, which is our vampire game, San Antonio After Dark Season 2, which is the werewolf game, and now Season 3 of San Antonio After Dark is going to be Mage the Ascension.
And in case you want to know, we're not very good at being vampires.
Or werewolves.
Oops. So, from me and the rest of the team here, Good night. Everyone say good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.